Welcome in, and I've already lost 2 lights since turning them on. 46 days, 17th of March, 2021. It was kind of an errands day. Kind of mentally dealing with that test from yesterday. And you know what? I kind of want to have this as a story time, and hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it is what it is. I did email school, my admissions counselor, and be like, hey, this program's locking my computer up after every test, and the only way to fix it is to literally power the system off, like unplug it and plug it back in and restart it. So I don't know if that's a common problem or if it's just my unit, which it shouldn't be just running that program. I mean, right now I'm running 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 programs actively, and that reminds me how to check my antivirus, make sure it's still working. Do that in the run, but um, so there's kind of doing that. Um, but kind of the way it feels is when I was doing my undergrad, the school that I went to had a thing. The way that it worked is you'd take an entrance exam. You say, here's the highest level math that I had taken. For me, that was trig. I think at trig in high school. You go and you take a test, and then they go, yeah, you can be in this class. And same with English, and I think for reading, the same thing. So what they would do is they would go, yep, here's what class you have to be in. But what they were doing is they'd make you take lower level math classes in English and reading. So you have to take all these remedial classes that didn't count towards your degree, didn't count towards graduation, and yet they were also a higher credit count. So the math class would be a 5 credit class, where for this remedial class that didn't count for anything, and then like the ones that actually did count would be 3 or 4 credits, depending on the subject and stuff. So it kind of reminds me of that, and it kind of feels like that. And I hope that's not the case. I hope that they're not making people take this test and fail it just to get an extra set of classes, because it'd be each class is roughly 3,000. We'll say 3,000 times 3 classes is $9,000 plus books. And I don't know how their bookstore works. I know when I was doing my undergrad, they were only allowed to charge, I think it was 15% profit margin. It was either 10 or 15% profit margin on the new books. But the way that they did their used books is they'd buy basically a brand new book, put a used sticker on it, buy it from the students for uh, depending on the book, anywhere from $10 to maybe 50. If there's a huge need for the next year, they'd actually know on enrollment close before that, so they'd actually be able to see what what the need would be for next semester. For that set of books, you'd get more money if the book was in demand. Um, if it wasn't in demand, you got almost nothing. That's why a lot of us started just either keeping our books, or there's an outfit that would set up across the street and buy them back for the same price and give you a Chipotle burrito coupon, and they worked. So I was pretty excited about that. So that's what I did a couple times. But then that used book that they would buy, they'd resell it for 2/3 of the original price and maybe give you 10%. So there's this huge profit margin, and it's just massive profit margins. So hopefully it's not the same. At the time, um, colleges were allowed to cover their not publish the ISBN numbers, so the barcode numbers. So, but we'll see. I'm gonna see what they hear back. If anything, I'm gonna say I'm frustrated. It's definitely something that you know that happened. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. but I'm just gonna post this quick, and hopefully tomorrow's a better day. So I can't do anything until the 20th. Next time I can take those tests, and I don't even feel like I should be taking them. It's almost just like let's just fail them. But we'll see. We'll see what he says. And maybe there's two tests. Maybe I got the wrong one. Maybe I was given the doctorate level entrance exam instead of the master's. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the morning. But I'm gonna let everyone go. I've been talking way too long as is. Have a good night.